pretty much it boils down to pride. You gotta know how to control that, because if you could allow pride to kick in, then of course you ain't gonna be much of a humble person if you're a prideful person.
Well, yeah, so then you feel like pride is the opposite of humility, and it is. Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Unadulterated You. I'm Bianca, and this is my partner.
Teddy, what's going on, everybody?
Yeah,
long time.
It's not been that long. How long?
At least 2 weeks.
Yeah, but we're back nonetheless, and we're glad to be back with you all and just to discuss another topic. Anything you want to touch on before we get into it?
No, let's get into it. I think the people want to know exactly what we're talking about.
Let's talk about being humble or humility. Like, what does that mean to you?
I mean, to be humble to me just means that you pretty much down to earth. Like, if let's say you have different accomplishments in your life and you don't allow those things to allow you to be big-headed and stuff like that, you don't forget where you come from.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I guess it sums it up. Humility to me, I understand about not forgetting where you come from, but it may just be a little bit more than that. Just because you may come from a great place, you know what I'm saying, or somewhere where you may come from a home full of billionaires or whatever. So when you say down to earth, and it's people, who have, money and they have resources and stuff like that, and they're really down to earth. So maybe humility to me would be to know that, excuse me, I didn't even wake myself up this morning, or I didn't get to where I came or this far into this day, just by myself. I'm not self-made, and being in that place of really to have some gratitude is what I think. And when you have gratitude, when you possess that, then I think you remain in a humble state.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's not easy to do. I mean, pretty much it boils down to pride. Right. You got to know how to control that, because if you could allow pride to kick in, then of course you ain't going to be much of a humble person if you're a prideful person.
Well, yeah, so then you feel like pride is the opposite of humility, and it is. So I want to say, like, how is it okay to be proud about where you came from?
Where you say from where you come from, or where you at?
For the so both. Be proud of your accomplishments.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfectly fine to be proud of your accomplishments, but I think it becomes a problem when you constantly throw it into other people's face.
So do you think, like, okay, me living my life is throwing it into their face, or is it just that's the way they're feeling?
Well, I mean, if you're just living your life, and you're not going out of your way to do that, then no. I mean, it all boils down to your heart.
But to me, if I drive my drop top every day or whatever I'm doing, this nice car I'm driving every single day, isn't that me? I mean, it's my car. I earned it. I'm living my life. And if I want to take pictures, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this state of being. And then why would you feel any way about it?
Well, I mean, if you just dress well because you are a successful person, or you have a nice car because of, what you accomplished, I don't feel like that being prideful or boasting. But like, I'll give you a perfect example. Like, to me, I don't respect like how these rappers be out here. I'm gonna use a word, and it's probably an old school word, but they be stunting. And the thing is, I'm probably gonna say something that somebody ain't gonna like, but they always want to know why they always come back to the hood and they always get popped. It's because, yeah, I'm gonna say pop. That's what they want, because they're not being humble. You coming back to the streets, you coming back to the slums where people are struggling, people are trying to live from day to day, and here you are rolling up in a $3,000 car with $100,000 worth of jewelry on, $50,000 cash in your pocket. That's not humble.
Well, I think that's a good point because a lot of times people buy things, they acquire like so much stuff just to prove something to someone else when really you don't have to prove, you don't owe that to prove to anyone else. But I think that if I'm a prideful or boastful person that wants to flaunt some things that I have, then again, that's an internal issue and it's needing, people who are on the outside of me to validate me. And so, yeah, you come through and you're like, oh man, that car is clean or whatever. Everybody's gathering around and you get your ego stroked for a minute. But then, you leave and you still have, some issues. And
Right.
so that's where we know that pridefulness can be disingenuous. It's not real a lot of times when people display pride. Because I am proud of, where I am. I'm proud of I don't think there's anything wrong with being proud of my children or being proud of whatever I've come through. But it's not from a place of boastfulness. It's not look what I done ever. You know what I mean? It's just me living. And if you see it, then you know it's the grace of God.
Exactly. I mean, it was almost like Joseph with the coat of many colors. You could wear your coat, but don't run to your brothers and be like, yo, look at this, look what I got.
Preaching it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And to me, that's what the rappers do. And it feels funny that I'm even saying this because I used to be a rap head and I used to love.
Oh, you used to be a rapper?
No, a rap head. Now I was a rap head.
Were you like rapping the songs?
Huh?
Were you rapping the songs?
Of course. I was listening to all that.
Let's hear something.
Nah, it ain't happening. Not today. But back in the day, I used to be with my whip with the system blowing and playing all that music. But now that I'm older and I listen to the music, it kind of gets on my nerves a little bit because it's like you're continuously making music. You say you keeping it real. You say you keeping it 100, but you forgot that you used to be the person in the hood that didn't have nothing, but yet you listen to the music and it's like all day, every day, oh yeah, I got more money than you. I'm in VIP, you're not.
Well, so it's not even real though. It's not real at all. So it's like, it's just a joke, man. And anybody who can't recognize that, then, you may be in trouble because then you'll live your life trying to amount to whatever somebody else is showing at any given moment. Like, let these people act how they want to act. It's not real, and you just be who you are. And you know what I'm saying? Humility is a good characteristic to possess.
Exactly. I mean, if you're a recording artist, and I'm not trying to make this all about music, but I'm just trying to use an example. If you're a recording artist and you made all this money, we already know you rich. You ain't got to keep it throwing it and flaunting it in people's face all day. And then they'll lie and say, oh, I'm doing this for inspiration to inspire you. Get out of here. You trying to toot your own horn. Like, get out of here.
Like, nobody even asked for the...
and again, then when you go to the hood and you get robbed, you like, oh, the streets is jealous of me and they ain't got no love. Hey, you know it. You was a stick-up kid one day, back in the day. So you was that same kid back in the day robbing people. So now you got a little something and streets ain't got no love and you got robbed.
Exactly. So that's period. But I think that, honestly and truly, whatever you put out, we already know you're going to get it back, or the same type of, people's favorite word, energy that you put out there is what you expect, you know what I'm saying? And so it's not something to be like living out here loosely about, like just doing whatever like that, because, there are consequences for every action.
Exactly. But I think the humble route is the best way to go. I mean, in anything, like let's say you have a skill, or like I'm a truck driver. I've seen other truck drivers at a truck stop and they'll literally do the hardest back maneuver in front of everybody so it can look
Well,
like.
I just feel like that's cool to me because it's like you feel like they're doing it for you.
You know they doing it because you go to the truck stop and there's a million spots here.
But they work for that skill though, right?
But it's not necessary. They try to show off
What
their
is
skill.
necessary? Listen, Teddy, I cannot wait till you get like this $1 billion so somebody can be looking at you saying, who do he think he is? It ain't even necessary for him.
Trust me.
They're gonna say that. They're gonna say that.
If I had $1 billion or $1 million, y'all wouldn't even know.
What they gonna do?
Nope. They ain't gonna know I have $1 million. I'm gonna be low
they
key.
ain't gonna know, but I'm saying you gonna know, and you gonna walk a different way. I mean, that's just gonna be bottom line. And when I get whatever I'm getting, I'm straight. I'm coming up all day, so you can think I'm not humble, but I am. And so humility, it's a hard subject because people who have, they kind of think that you're just saying that because you're at a certain level and I'm at this level. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, it is easy for us to be, not that we're on a low level, we both earn a living. We're not out there, we're not in poverty, God forbid, and not against anybody who's dealing with some financial issues, whatever you're dealing with. I get that. I've been on both sides of every coin you could throw out there, okay? Yeah. But what I'm saying is, it's easy for us to be here and say what we won't do there. I ain't gonna say, because ain't no telling with me at this point.
You gonna be stunting on people?
You just don't know. I don't know.
Oh shoot.
But it won't be for them to see. It'll be because this is something I enjoy doing. This is something I just wanted to try or whatever. It's gonna be on some of that. Not on, oh, look at me, look what I'm doing. They're gonna look anyway.
Exactly. But at the end of the day, I think it boils down to the heart because if the guy was back into the spot, and again, I could be wrong, but that's how I viewed it. But if he was really genuinely just back into that spot because that's just what he did, then I don't knock him. But knowing a lot of truck drivers, that's what they do. They do that because they trying to show off their skills.
I want to a part of humility too is to see. I think a part of humility is to be able to see the best in another person. Okay. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna use that as a thrill, if anything. And I'm not always been here. We be talking, and I might have just arrived to this thought yesterday. But not to see the bad or to think the worst, and to think that wow, okay, he pretty good at that. Yeah. And move on. You know what I mean? Because I think that's how we want people to see the best in us, and we know our heart is genuine, and so it's kind of hard to tell a person's heart by the way they back their truck in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And not using YouTube. You get it.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. Or by the way they wear their hair or wear their clothes or drive their car. Hey, I don't know what they think, what they own. You know what I'm saying? But it's different when you have a relationship with people and they act a certain way. That's totally different.
Right.
And if you do see that, then maybe, you don't want to be around those type of people. But still, just do our best to see the best in others, as a part of humility as well, because I think it'll only, benefit us in the end.
Right. Definitely.
But yeah, I don't know, a little bit of a hard topic for me because I'm not where I want to be, and I can't tell you what. I ain't even gonna try to act like I know what I'm gonna do.
Say who? I don't think nobody's where they want to be. Everybody's trying to be better than where they are right now.
Yeah, so don't say if I get $1 billion, I don't know what I'll do. Don't ask me.
Nah, I think because I don't like attention.
You don't like attention? That is not
true.
The way you even do your cars, you do like attention.
My cars?
Yeah.
No, I do that for me. And it just happens that
it just brings attention.
I mean, yeah, it does get attention, but I don't do it for the attention. Like
so that's perfect then. That's a perfect, example of how you weren't doing it trying to be, stunned or nothing, but somebody else could view it as, oh, he's trying to show off. And I think I know
Good
Especially
point.
the person who probably has thought that about you or whatever you chose to do with your cars or whatever. You just,
That's true. You're right about that.
you know.
Yeah,
But
I just
yeah, that was a good
a good example.
example because you was like, you don't do it for anybody but you, and that's perfect. I believe that. I know that about you.
Yeah, I like cars
Still
with
flashy
rims.
though.
Huh?
Still flashy though. So
To other
you
people,
gonna
to
take all
me,
that
it's
flashy
normal.
stuff off?
Huh?
You gonna take all that flashy stuff off?
No, because that flashy stuff is my personality. That's what I like. But
Exactly.
I'm not doing that for attention. I like
But you know it's gonna get attention. That's all I'm saying.
it probably will.
And that doesn't mean that you're some person over here trying to stunt on nobody.
That's true.
That's what the person on the outside assumes.
That's true. That's true.
So pretty cool. Anyway, you guys, let us know what you think about humility, or do you practice humility? Have you arrived and have you gotten to a certain place where you're like, no, I'm about to live my life and I don't care what anybody thinks about it. And
Yeah.
I don't think that's a problem. You should live your life for you. Just let us know what you think in the comments, if you will, or send us an email at unadulteratedyou@gmail.com. You could also follow us on Instagram at unadulteratedyou. You have anything to say before we end?
That's about it. I'm humble. I'm letting you do all the work. I'm not trying to get the shine, even though I'm shining with all these lights.
Oh, and Teddy does not have on makeup today.
That's lights.
It just looks like that.
I gotta figure out how to get this lighting right because I got some new lights. And
Y'all, he over there glowing.
Nah, I'm just light skinned. That's all.
Okay, y'all. So I guess just send us an email, comment down below, like, share, and subscribe. See you later.